All right, so video games. They've been turned into films countless times. Sometimes we would agree with mixed results. But I have all the faith in the world that a film based on the puzzle game that we've played too many times, Tetris, is going to be worthy of the big screen. And it's not just one film, by the way. We're talking a trilogy. And I'm not even kidding. I'm not kidding about that. It's a trilogy. What do you think about Tetris, the movie?
All right. Look, I am this year's an interesting year because on the weekend of June 11th, I'm doing a special screening for it, in fact. There's a Warcraft movie coming out. And in many gamers' minds, mine included, we have very high hopes that this is the video game movie that takes it out of the realm of horrible, crappy made cheese and a viable medium to extend video game culture and say, all right, good video game, let's make a good movie out of it. There's some other stuff coming later this year, like the Assassin's Creed game this December, or movie rather, based on the Assassin's Creed games. There's a real opportunity here to get out from underneath the umbrella of mediocrity that we've had to suffer through for the last 10 or 15 years when it comes to video game movie production. All of that being said, every time I hear something about a game like Battleship, or in this case, a video game like Tetris being made into a movie, I worry that we're forgetting we have a chance here to fix this, that we can get to the place that, say, comic book movies have finally gotten to. There was a time where you could not make a comic book film or a movie based on a comic book film or even a TV show based on one without it being kind of objectively terrible. And we figured it out. When I say we, I mean Marvel and Disney for the most part, but others. DC's had great luck in the past. But we're finally to a place where that is not only viable, but that is a thing everybody wants. It makes tons of money. It's billions of dollars worth of revenue for the film industry. So we've crossed that gap and we figured it out. Mm-hmm. I just don't think that Tetris is the great divider fixer. There's no way that thing is going to be the reason. It might even be creative. It might be funny. It might be goofy. I don't know. They may succeed on some level, but it's still not the thing that will get the general public, both gamers and not, to take the medium crossover seriously. So I have high hopes for lots of projects in development. I will wait and see for this because I'm a big believer in wait and see, but I'm not going to lie and tell you that I think this is going to work out great. Yeah, I think it's going to be bad.
Does the tune of $80 million change your mind? That's a big budget for a Tetris movie. It's going to be good because it's $80 million, right?
Well, I mean, let's look at the numbers. Most rom-coms will cost you about that. You're going to spend $200 for a big action movie. So I don't think it's that big of a budget. To say that they've got a 3-picture deal already kind of in the works, that's crazy to me. You need to see how this first one does, man. But then again, the Fantastic Four movie that completely flopped for Fox, in the shadow of so much success at Marvel Central, illustrated a very important point, which is you can still take a good property and completely bury it. And they had a multi-picture deal, and that got canceled because that movie did so bad. So I'm sure there's a way out of this if this first one doesn't go well. I mean, who am I kidding? I'm going to see it. I'm taking my kids. We're going to see the stupid Tetris movie. But this is going to be the one that, you know, sends my parents to the theater and has them excited to see a video game film.
Yeah, what's interesting, it's a combined effort between China and the U.S. There's actors from both regions actually involved. Larry Kasanoff, who's an American producer, he actually was behind Mortal Kombat in 1995, the movie. He's part of the team. So you've got that going. I mean, at the time, I didn't think Mortal Kombat movie was that bad, but I was a big fan of Mortal Kombat. It was okay. And apparently it's going to be an epic sci-fi thriller.
Yeah, okay. Here's the other thing. Here's where they would have me, and here's why they don't have me. To turn that into an epic sci-fi thriller, I don't know what that is. Is that big blocks in space? Are they connecting with clear level? Or I don't know what you're doing to make that a sci-fi epic. Here's what it should be. It should be a biopic of the creator of Tetris and his inability to make any money from his creation for all those years, and the infighting between Nintendo and all these other publishers, all the lawsuits, all the crazy back and forth. There is a story there. I promise you that. Like, you could have a Big Short level story to tell about the life of Tetris, the game, and all the people involved in that. And they are too chicken to do that. Like, that's an interesting movie. This other thing,
I would completely agree. That was Alexei Pajitnov. And yeah, he was employed by the Soviet government at the time that Tetris was created. So he got no royalties until 1996, and that was through the kind of Tetris heyday on the Game Boy, and when it it exploded. I would love to see that film.
That would be fascinating. I would watch that. I'd watch that in documentary form. I don't care how you give it to me. That's a story I want to hear.
Yes.
I don't need to see how giant L-shaped rotating blocks in space are going to do anything for me.
We need to hack into the computer. Put the block into that space. That's like how they visualize hacking.
Save the long skinny one for later. We're going to need it.
Maybe that should be the title. Save the long skinny one.